Men and women, welcome to Matt Gates' basement. I have been trapped down here for the last 11 days or so whenever he was denominated from his position or resigned from his nomination, whatever the term is. I went to do some investigating, some journalism, for the viewers, for you guys. And I've been stuck in his basement. He kept me down here after I asked too many questions. And I've been surviving strictly off dead bugs. There's a water leak from one of his bathrooms on the second floor. It's been dripping water. And then, any semi-edible material, leather, any sort of plants or wood. There was a small amount of canned food down here for a while. That ran out pretty quick. Made some new friends. I was stuck down here for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. I did record a Thanksgiving episode, and in my opinion, it was a great episode. It was a very personal episode. I just told stories for the entire segment. The entire episode was just me telling stories about the holidays and Thanksgiving, and I had some technical difficulties with the audio. And the audio just didn't record. Technical difficulties, and it just nothing recorded. So, unfortunately, that episode got scrapped completely. Very big bummer to find out. I got home after I, downloaded all the files, got onto my laptop, shut the studio down, left, got home. The next day, I went to go edit it, and there was nothing there. So, no episode last week. Apologize for that. I can't really remember everything I talked about. It was mainly just a Thanksgiving special. It was releasing on Black Friday. The day after Thanksgiving, so I just kind of told stories about Thanksgiving. And fun fact, I was born on Thanksgiving. Yes, my birthday was on Thanksgiving this year. Thank you for saying happy birthday. Appreciate it. And just the trauma, not really trauma is a bit of a stretch, but having your birthday on Thanksgiving is not great. I'll tell you what, when you are 10 years old and you are forced against your will and dragged to a family friend's house whose oldest child is 4 or 5 years younger than you, just a bunch of toddlers, and you and your older brother are the only older kids there. It's not fun. Really gets you to socialize with adults though. Learn how to do that. But go back to the story of being trapped down here. I did spend Thanksgiving down here. Made some friends with some rats and some other small animals, which I ended up killing and eating for basically my survival. But it's okay. I enjoy it down here. I know the scenery's a little different. If this is what you imagine Matt Gates' basement to look like, this is what it looks like. But I think it's worth it for the journalism, for the stories. This is me building the dad lore. Okay, who else can say they got trapped in a politician's basement for nearly 2 weeks? My phone's about to die. I've learned how to hardwire wires from the wall. I ripped wires from the drywall, excuse me, to charge my phone. But I do not have service down here. It is there's a lot of I don't even know what this basement is. I don't want to ask. I asked too many questions. Most of the doors down here are locked. I've been chipping away at one of them for a while now. I think by tomorrow I should get in there, but escape is not looking probable. So I don't know where I am. I don't remember the house location, but if this podcast gets uploaded, then I made it out. So good news. I'm recording this very early. It is Monday, December 2nd right now, because I'm leaving for Hawaii in 2 days on the 4th, Wednesday morning. Super excited. It's going to be really busy next few days. Today's Monday, recording the podcast, probably going to edit most of it tonight. And then Tuesday, I have comedy. I have work. My last day of work. Shout out. Let's go. No more working at the farm. No more horses. No more of that bull crap. Quite literally. That'll be done. Last day is tomorrow. And then I'm taking off to Hawaii with my best friend. And it's going to be fun. Going to be there for a full week. Probably going to find some comedy gigs down there. We'll see. And then I'll be back. I think it's an overnight flight, so I'll be back Thursday. Found a new job. This is all stuff I was talking about in my last podcast, which got scrubbed. So we'll never know. You guys will never know what that 30 minutes was like. Maybe you don't want to know, and that's okay. But I talked about my job, current employment status, what's going on with that. Last week obviously didn't have a new job. This week I do. I had an interview Saturday. Yeah, I had an interview Saturday morning. Got the job. It's at a restaurant. Not going to name where. You freaks. Don't follow me. Don't stalk me at my work. But yeah, we're looking up now. We're going to be able to afford rent and groceries again. Not going to have to struggle and, start not a Patreon. What do you call it? Cameo. Speaking of which, who started a Cameo? Matt Gates. Now, I'm too poor to afford one of those videos. I mean, theoretically I could, but it'd be a complete waste of my money. I don't make enough money to drop $200, $300, $400 on a Cameo from Matt Gates. when I can literally just ask him. He's upstairs. If I yelled loud enough, he might, and I could record it with my phone, I might get a free cameo because I'm stuck down here. So I don't need to pay for a cameo when I hear this man speak all the time. It's annoying. It's ridiculous. I don't know what kind of, maybe is that the move now when you get, I mean, he kind of got canceled. I don't know. There's the allegations against him and all that stuff, but whenever you resign from a position like that, are we just going to start cameos? Is that what we got to start doing now? I would love to see it. That'd be a great move for people falling off. Everyone who falls off, musicians, celebrities, actors, whoever it is, just start a cameo, dude. You know how much money your fans will pay to hear you say some ridiculous things for 45 seconds? It's genius. I can't hate. And none of you should. None of us can hate on these people. They're geniuses. They're washed up. They're not getting parts in movies. They're not making music. All right, they're not getting whatever area, whatever field of play they're in. They're done. They're dying. And they're slowly going out, and the last ditch effort, their last fighting punch from the grave is starting a cameo and making ridiculous amounts of money. It's like an OnlyFans for, simple people, for washed up celebrities. That's what it is. I one time wanted to get a cameo for my best friend on his birthday from like a Seahawks player. And this is, keep in mind, 12-year-old me. 12-year-old me is thinking, okay, a 30-second happy birthday video from a, average NFL player. How much, what do we talk? 20, 50? Dare I say $100? No. It was, I think, $200 to $300, which is just insane. Didn't pay for it. Didn't have the money, obviously. Still wouldn't pay for it today. There's nobody you can convince me to pay for a cameo. I'm serious. There's not one. If Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Taylor Swift, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, any of these, some of those probably are on Cameo. I don't care, if it was $100, probably wouldn't do it, especially not for myself. Now, maybe as a prank, if I had a friend that I knew absolutely hated somebody, right? Like I have a lot of sports friends, and if they're like a Seahawks fan, they absolutely hate the 49ers or Cardinals, whoever's in that division, I could pay like the quarterback to say a funny message. If I'm balling out, that might be worth it, but your boy's not balling out, so that'd be a huge waste of my money. But anyways, let's get to the obvious right now, where I am. It's not Matt Gates' basement. Shocker. Surprise alert. I know. This is actually my home. This is the new studio, folks. I spent a lot of money Black Friday to bring this to you. I bought these microphones. I bought a audio interface for the podcast. I bought the cables. I bought all the podcast necessities. So we are now running this from my own home, which is super exciting. I no longer have to drive down to the studio, reserve time slots. It's been a lot busier. Ever since people started watching my podcast or starting their own. I get it, influencing. I get it. But yeah, now a lot more people are using the studio for podcasts. It's been a lot more busy recently, which is odd because it's the wintertime. Don't know how that works. So there's been times, even like 4 or 5 days in advance, I've gone to schedule on like a Wednesday or Thursday, and it's completely booked up, and it's been frustrating. I have to record Friday, get it out Saturday. So I decided before Black Friday that if I could get a good deal on microphones and equipment, I would buy my own stuff, have it at my place, have guests here, do it from the ease of my home, don't have to leave anywhere, don't have to schedule, and I can record it at 8 in the morning or 10 p.m. It does not matter. And I love it. This is great. This literally just came in the mail. These microphone covers just came in maybe an hour ago. So this is just brand new, fresh. I just figured out how to set everything up, downloaded all stuff, the drivers, and I'm gonna figure it out one step at a time. We are an entrepreneur, just a young entrepreneur in this world. And I say entrepreneur as if I'm making any money. I'm not. This podcast is completely free. Please sponsor me if you have any sort of sponsor deals. I get like 25 views a video, which is possibility of one more customer in your pocket. So why not? Hey, why not? Right? One more customer. From a marketing perspective, not a bad deal. Okay? Maybe even 2 new customers. Not a bad deal. So please sponsor me. Yeah, I bought 2 microphones. They were $100 each, so I know I couldn't afford a whole lot, but eventually maybe I'll buy more. I can get up to 4, but I usually ever have 1 guest on my podcast. So now I can have guests from the comfort of Matt Gates' basement, which is fantastic if you ask me. I'm looking forward to having more guests. Nick's going to be back on more frequently. Maybe some more comics from my local club. Maybe in the books for some other YouTubers and people in my area who are pretty big. Not huge, but pretty big. That'd be fun interviewing them. Maybe we'll have some, just random friends and who even knows, dude? Who even knows? Maybe next time Sydney Sweeney is in town visiting her parents, I'll get her on the pod. Now, the chances of that happening, very slim, but not zero. You can never say never, okay? Nothing's impossible. Some things are impossible, but you can never say never. And so we're going to have a lot of fun with this. We're going to see where this goes. And I'm just a little, I'm going to have to now invite guests to my own home, which is going to be possibly a problem, given I give up my address and whatnot. But I'm obviously only going to invite people I trust and I know and I would consider friends. I tried getting Nick on tonight. He's too busy at the gym, of course. Go Nick. Now, since this podcast was, pretty much last minute, I didn't know what I was going to talk about. Looking up news stories, guys, the last 2 or 3 weeks, the news stories have been not great. It's not worth covering. Last week, the deleted episode, I covered one single story at the end of the podcast, which we can cover it right now. The oldest man alive had just passed away. I think it was like a week ago. He was the Guinness World Record for the current oldest man alive. I think specifically man, not person, but specifically man. At 112 years old. The oldest man just died. That is right. Rest in peace, Joe Biden. You had one hell of a run, dude. That was impressive that he made it that far. Obviously kidding. Biden is 111. This man was in the UK. I think his name is Bob. Honestly, I didn't even pull up the story. Just wanted to bring that back up because, we all go out the same way, Now, we all die is what I'm trying to get at. Now, maybe it's a car crash. Maybe it's eating too much McDonald's. Maybe, who knows, slipping in a tub. That's one way to go. I think that's how I'm going to go. I think as a man, you always want a cool death. Like we always fantasize about having an epic death, saving somebody, a firestorm of bullets or something like that. To be honest, at 45, I'm going to slip in the tub and that's going to be it for me. That's going to be it for me. I'm not going to have a cool death, okay? I'm probably going to have a heart attack on stage after eating fast food, rushing in between shows, or I'm going to slip in the tub at 45, and that's realistic, okay? I'm not in an area where I would die in a firestorm of bullets, or I would sacrifice myself for, depending on the person, someone else, and I'm not going to sacrifice myself for a great number of people, to be honest. But yeah, that's not how I'm going to go. It would be cool. We all wish. I don't know. What do women fantasize about dying? Do you guys do that? Do women fantasize about anything other than just like the love TV shows? Like, is that all they think about? Is it those reality TV shows that they just wish they were on? I think that's all they think about. Maybe I should talk to them about that. I don't know. I want to know, do women fantasize about their deaths or like how they'd go out? Or like what would be the coolest top? Certainly it's not like dying in bed or slipping in a tub, but what are some cool ways a woman could die? I don't know. Just sounds sad to me. And we'll move on from that. I tried asking you guys on Instagram some questions and topics to discuss on this week's episode, since it is so last minute and kind of not put together great. My fault. But the responses weren't great. I'll go ahead and pull them up now. We're gonna leave these here. Look, we're gonna go number one. How to pull the girls. Nick Larson, shout out. Apparently he thinks I'm the coach at that. I don't know why. I'm not great at spitting game either. Not horrible, but I'm not the best person to ask for that. Maybe you should figure that out yourself. Love you, buddy. Average amount of poops in a day. Now this is a solid question. I think podcast worthy, maybe not, but like a good conversation starter. Maybe these pair together. How to pull girls. Say hi to one in the gym, give them your name, and then maybe you got to ask a fake question like, did I go to high school with you or whatever? That's my move, Did you go to, and I name my high school, not naming it right now, but you got to ask a fake question like that, pretend it's something, and then you go into how many poops do you take in a day? I think that's a great conversation starter for anyone, whether you're trying to flirt with a woman or meet a new friend at Costco. I think that is a fantastic question that I'm putting that in the back pocket. Here it goes. Adding that to the inventory. Great question. Average amount for me, depends on the day. I say the weekends are more. just with my work schedule and everything going on during the weekdays. I don't even eat a whole lot. I know it's not great. Usually 3 meals a day. Sometimes it's like 2.5. But the weekends we're definitely eating more unless I sleep in. But average number I would say is probably, I think a good like 7 is probably 7 a day. It's 49 a week. I think that's pretty average. Somewhere between 5 to 9 a day is what I would say. And then like 1 pee. Most people are the other way around. They poop once a day and pee 7 times a day. And the numbers fluctuate, with a difference of plus or minus 1. I'm the opposite. I just save that 1 pee for like lunchtime right after work, afternoon. And then it's like 7 poops a day. And they're, when I wake up, before I leave to work, a few of them at work, after work, before bed, and then a couple more in the evening. I don't know if the math checks out on that one, but that's probably pretty average if I had to Google it. Might be scared on the results. Might not be something I want to Google, but the rest of these questions, yeah, we're not going to get in. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed, but I'm disappointed. I got like maybe 5 out of a lot of people who viewed, so just do better. Now, as far as stories go, not a whole lot in the news right now, folks. Not a whole lot. Let's talk about Thanksgiving. Let's go back. I'm going to recap a little bit what I talked about you guys missed out on last week. I was, in fact, born on Thanksgiving. Gave my parents something to be thankful for. They ate Burger King, I believe. And no Thanksgiving turkey for them. No dinner rolls, no mashed potatoes, no pie. They had Burger King, which shout out Burger King for being open. I'm not sure why my parents chose to eat that. I would never, if I was starving, if you found me in a desert and if I was starving in a desert alone, just inching my way through life, seconds on the clock to dying, and I saw Burger King in the distance, I would hope I'm hallucinating. I would hope. I would say, nope. I would hope. I'm like, am I hallucinating? Maybe it's McDonald's or something else. Anything but Burger King. The people who eat at Burger King are the same people who have like the cheap, ridiculous Android phones and convince you it's like the best thing. Like Burger King and Android, and it's just the second party, second hand, knockoff, cheaper version of everything, right? Just like Android. I don't trust you if you eat at Burger King. In fact, I'm surprised they're still even in business. Now, the only thing keeping them in business is the fact that they take expired coupons. And that's just red flag number 1. The fact that a fast food restaurant in 2024 is still doing paper coupons from the mail really tells us something as society. Notice how everyone else has an app. Wendy's has an app. Taco Bell has an app. McDonald's has an app. Every single fast food has an app. They give you rewards. You can log in. You can redeem stuff, all that stuff. I'm pretty sure, last time I checked, I don't know, 13, 14 years old. I'm just going to say this because they probably do have an app, but I don't care because I know they're still doing paper coupons. The fact that you're still doing paper coupons in the mail in this generation, in this world, in this time, you deserve to just be shut down. Okay? RFK, if we could go after Burger King first, which ironically Burger King probably has the healthiest burgers out of all fast food, but I don't care. Let's just go after them first because we all know Donald Trump is not going to let you touch McDonald's. Let's be realistic. He'll probably let you go after Wendy's and Taco Bell and Taco Time and whatever else. But you're probably not touching McDonald's. That's going to be last on the list. That's going to be Trump's protected, sovereign, whatever. But if we could go after Burger King first, let's investigate why they're still using paper coupons and why their burgers kind of suck. And how Burger King has got to be the most genius money laundering scheme of all time, because there's no way that they're still in business legitimately. They're not running a real business. Okay. I drive by Burger King all the time on my way to work and there's nobody ever in line. And this is what I don't get. They used to have a building right next to me right here. Maybe 1 block down or whatever. And it was an old building. They shut down. That was the one I was open when I was a kid. And now they built a brand new building. I don't know how much buildings cost. It's smaller. I'm assuming hundreds of thousands, maybe $1 million for a Burger King. Like, that was such a waste of money. I drive down there all the time and no one's ever in line. Nobody ever gets Burger King. Not once have I been with family or friends or anyone. And they said, "Are you hungry? Yes, let's go get Burger King." Those words have never uttered anyone's mouth ever, period. Okay? Yes or yes. That doesn't happen. It's McDonald's, it's Taco Bell, especially late at night. Nobody's going to Burger King. They probably shut at 7 p.m. because old geezers and boomers are in bed by 7 p.m. And that's who eats at Burger King. Nobody my age, nobody under the age of 40 eats at Burger King. You hearing me, marketing team? Now, if you want to get my generation, if you want to tap into Gen Z and millennials and whatever the other generations are, I don't even know. I don't even care at this point. You got to sell unhealthier, more colorful crap. All right? Look at the McDonald's menu. There are about 87 different color palettes on that menu for a reason. Now, it's all poison. It's all food dyes that RFK is going to try to ban instantly. But it's the visual aspect, okay? It's the visual aspect that I'm eating poison and I'm going to like it. And the prices aren't bad. I don't know Burger King's prices because, like I said, I haven't ate there in forever. But you can't advertise and the commercials, right? The commercials are iconic. They're cringe, but they're iconic because we all see the Burger King commercial. And no matter how many times you show us that commercial, whether I'm at a watch party at the Super Bowl, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. Who cares? If I'm in a room with 35 people and I watch one of those Burger King ads, we just laugh. Nobody ever says, let's go try the new Whopper. No, it's not happening. Okay, nobody's Uber eating this stuff. No one's DoorDashing this stuff. No one even wants to work there for a good reason. It should be shut down, all of them, and turn into something else. Let's just turn them all into Wendy's. Because Wendy's got like the fresh, never frozen beef. And then Burger King's like flame grill or whatever. All I remember is just the plainness of those burgers were just awful. I mean, I can't even explain. But anyways, parents had Burger King for Thanksgiving. That's where that was a long rant. Let's bring it back. Thanksgiving. My birthday falls on Thanksgiving every 5 or 6 years. Because Thanksgiving is the last Thursday of November, and so it's not even really consistent, I don't think. Like, it's not every 5 years, every 6. It's somewhere between 4 to 7, I think. I think it's been on my birthday 4 times since me being alive. That sounds, yeah, I think so. Including my birth, total of 4 times. So it's always not fun. Now that I'm older, it doesn't really matter. This Thanksgiving, I just chilled with the fam at my parents' house. It was pretty calm, pretty relaxing, pretty nice. Took Friday off, went Black Friday shopping. I've been hating on Black Friday shopping recently. I get it. All of you listening are probably like, this dude. I know. But that's how I purchased this stuff. That's how I'm doing the podcast right now. That's how I'm making it work. I also bought Beats earbuds. I got the Studio Pros because my AirPods were so... The right one didn't work and the left one died after an hour and a half. So got new headphones. Haven't bought anything else really. My trip to Hawaii upcoming is going to absolutely drain my bank account, and that's why I was so much in fear of not having a job, because I needed a job as soon as I got back from Hawaii, and luckily I got one, and my first day is the day after I get back from Hawaii, so it all worked out. Bless the Lord. Thank you, Lord. And we're going to survive, hopefully. But in Hawaii, I've never been. I'm sure it's going to be better in Florida. I'm sure it's going to be better than anywhere I've ever been. I've been warned it's very expensive, but it's warm. It's nice. It's island boys. It's fun. It's chill like that. So every single year, the Oxford Dictionary agrees to make a word of the year. Like, they add a word of the year to their dictionary every year. Everyone freaked out when selfie was one. I think during COVID was literally the word, which was pretty stupid. 2024 Oxford word of the year is brain rot. Not surprised at all at this. Brain rot is, now that's just one word, but brain rot embodies pretty much all of TikTok and Instagram Reels. Doesn't have a whole lot to do with, like, I mean, maybe a little bit on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I don't even know what's going on Twitter. Every time I open Twitter, it's just a war zone. Just people yelling at each other. Everyone's verified. Why is everyone verified? I mean, I get the whole, like, pay $5.99, which Instagram just copied to get verified, but literally the fact that I'm reading these comments, it used to be if you had a blue check, I kind of respected you. I'd go through the comments and go, oh, here's a verified person. What do they have to say? And now my cat is verified on Twitter. I mean, There's just no limitations now. It's just a free ball out there. Anybody can be verified, and it has no meaning anymore. I think there's a different check. I think like the gold one actually means real verified or something. I don't even know if there's a difference. I don't know if only Elon has that one. Who knows? I'm not on Twitter, okay? I don't know what kind of brain rot's going on there. But I know for a fact that brain rot is on Instagram Reels and TikTok, and it has taken a lot of my friends. I have lost a lot of friends and loved ones and people I used to care about to brain rot. And now they are sitting bedside, just in a comatose. Complete, unconscious, just like living outside of their body. I don't even recognize them anymore. I don't know them anymore. These words and phrases that they are using terrify me, and I'm guilty of it a little bit, but I'm not really on that side of TikTok. My Instagram Reels are like kind of like the regular style memes, and then just people dying. I hate to admit it. And then my TikTok is just an array of things, which at this point, I kid you not, when I'm on TikTok, it's just ad, live, ad, ridiculous video, ad, live. It's just like I get one normal video after seven scrolls. Every 7 scrolls, there's actually one raw vanilla content uploaded by a user. So that's getting annoying. Let's fix that, TikTok. How much more money do you need? I mean, seriously. You are throwing ads in our faces like it's just like a quarterback throwing interceptions. It's ridiculous, and we need to get rid of it. But Oxford has added brain rot as the word of the year. Not surprised here. Oxford defines brain rot as the supposed deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state, especially viewed as a result of overconsumption of material, considered to be trivial or unchallenging. We just have to overcomplicate everything. See, now brain rot is no longer fun to say. We could have added demure or lore as the word of the year, because it says the other front runners, other 5 finalists, one of them is demure and lore. We could have added demure. I think that would have been, because now demure is not getting word of the year next year. Let's get rid of demure entirely. But we just overanalyzed the word brain rot. It was kind of fun to say. Oxford made it word of the year. Now it's not. Let's get rid of it. These news stories are so awful, and I went digging, y'all. I went to 7 different websites, scrolled through so many articles. I don't know where people on other podcasts and TikToks find their news. They need to let me in, because places I'm finding the stories are pretty mid at best. Now I'm going for non-political stuff. That's the key, because boy, is there a vault of political stories, but I don't want to touch on those, okay? I want to have some fun, but this is how bad it is, okay? Next story. Raw meat rains on McDonald's drive-thru customer's car windshield. In Australia, an influencer posted on TikTok a raw meat patty from McDonald's on her windshield. How it got there, who knows? Maybe it fell from heaven. Maybe the employee threw it out the window. Maybe the person in front of them threw it. I don't even know. The only thing that is good from this, the only thing that is really just the positive side of this, is that McDonald's has raw meat, right? Because I never knew how those patties were made. They're just mystery patties. I mean, they don't taste like steak or burger or beef, and they all look the same, and they all always taste the same and feel the same. And I always thought they were frozen. So the fact that there is raw meat, and this is Australia, so in America it's definitely frozen and whatever, mystery meat, dogs, cats, and what other kind of animals. But in Australia, they probably got it a little better. It's heartwarming to know that they actually have raw meat there, that they're actually grilling something that looks like ground beef. It resembles it very well. That makes me feel better about buying the product. So I don't know why we're complaining about this or making it a story. Now, of course, it's fun. I would love to have just a bunch of McDonald's or whatever. Burger King, let's get Burger King involved. Let's have Burger King just start splattering raw meat and patties on people's cars as they drive through. That is better. You are better off marketing yourself and your brand by throwing raw meat at people's cars than these ridiculous Burger King have it your way commercials that I keep having to watch every 5 minutes during a football game. Do you hear me, Burger King? Yes or yes. Stop with these ridiculous ads on TV that are catchy and jingly and whatever. It's not getting anyone to buy your product. Start throwing raw meat at people's cars, and people will come see what's up with your store. From a marketing perspective, from a marketing major, that will work much better than these ridiculous ads. Do you understand? Okay? That is how you get headlines. That is how you get stories. That is how you get people in your drive-thru. Because guess what? People are going to drive through your drive-thru and hope that you throw raw meat at them. And they're going to buy something anyways. They're going to go, you know what? I'm waiting in line for a while. I'm thirsty. Let me get a large Coke and a fry. They might even buy a burger. They probably won't, but they might even buy one. They might if they're dumb enough. So let's get on that, okay? And I want to be paid for that idea. I swear, if I see Burger King start doing this, I am suing. I'm lawyering up. I'm getting an attorney. Can't say the word lawyer. That's too difficult. And I'm suing you because this is a genuine, one-of-one, unique idea that you only heard here, right? And if I see them start doing this, you better lawyer up. I really need to get on filming my short skit. It is December 2nd, and submissions are due January 31st. So I have 2 months to film that. I already have most of the equipment. I can rent the rest for free. I just need some bodies. If you're watching this and you enjoy acting, maybe you did drama or theater in high school or college, or maybe you did a commercial or something. If you're ever interested in acting and you're not camera shy and you're not a shy person in general, if you're pretty social, pretty comfortable in video situations where you're not going to freeze up and suck at acting. If you suck at acting, don't contact me, please. I mean it. Don't. If you think, I could do it, please. If you've never had any experience or you don't think you'd be comfortable, you don't know, don't text me. But if you are comfortable in acting, you've done it before, you'd like to do it, you're good with the camera, you're good with people, let me know because I need some people in my skits. Realistically, the team's probably going to be around 5 to 10 people for the skit I want to shoot. It's going to be like a 2 to 5 minute skit. It's going to be submitted to the comedy festival in February. And yeah, I got to get on that. So if that's something you're interested in, please let me know. Leave a comment or DM me. And I'll also post something on my story for that. Follow me on Instagram at cadenkaiserman. There you will see my posts to events and shows and whatever kind of updates in my life. Check out my bio, my link tree for the Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, all that good stuff. And stay tuned for more on the way. See you soon, Hawaii. Good night.